At visittanzania4less.com, we revel in creating unforgettable safari experiences. This journey has been even more rewarding because of you, our valued patrons. Thank you for entrusting us with your adventures. For those still planning, get ready to immerse in the awe-inspiring landscapes of Tanzania at fantastic rates. Visit Tanzania4less.com, where incredible experiences await. We can't wait to guide your journey of a lifetime.
All right, beautiful people. Hope you're having a great day. If you're in Michigan, man, you are enjoying this beautiful weather. We call it beautiful. It's 45 degrees outside. If you're down in Orlando, Florida, it's a normal, beautiful December day for Florida, and I know you are enjoying it. This today we're talking about finance, talking about estate planning. We're talking about being prepared for your end of life services, and it's a very important topic. And in upcoming weeks, we're going to be dealing with credit. We're going to be dealing with mental health in the Black community. We're going to be dealing with a lot of different issues that is impacting the Black community as we get ready for the new year and roll into 2024. On the show today, the big brother, we go way, 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 way back, way, way back. If anybody knows me, this brother right here knows me because we was in a choir together. We did it all together, Holy Trinity Church. And it's an honor to have on the show Dr. Charles Burt. How you doing today, Chucky?
I'm fantastic. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate your time and appreciate what all you're doing on behalf of our community to address many issues for our families.
This one is you, man. It's my honor, man. This one right here is a real man, and I didn't even know you do a lot, Chucky. You do a lot. I didn't know that you was handling life insurance policies and dealing with inner life services, man. When did you start to get into this ball game?
Well, I first cut my teeth is when I got taken by burying one of my loved ones, and the prices were so astronomical. I didn't understand it, but I did what I had to do to bury my loved one, and then struggled as a result of it by putting it on my personal credit card.
Woo.
So after that, I ended up moving into the regulatory industry about maybe 8 years ago, where we regulated all insurance companies in the District of Columbia. And from there on, I got licensed in several states. So, and I wanted to give back to our communities and families to provide such needed services.
Wow! And for folks who don't know you, you're in the professional field. You have a doctor's degree. Tell us about some of your credentials.
Sure. I started off right there in Michigan. And going to college at Fair State University and doing some things that my family hadn't done. I was one of the first kids to go to college in my family and graduate. Then I got my master's at Central Michigan University and went on and got my doctoral degree in education leadership. So I've worked in higher education throughout Michigan, Ohio, and DC, and also Atlanta. And just was able to transition into this insurance industry while doing the work at the same time.
Well, you're a very popular guy. People love you. Coco Brown saying, "Hey, Charles Burt."
Hey, Coco.
and family, while you're watching this, if you're watching, like and share this video. We're talking about financial planning for the next 15, 20 minutes, and a very important topic in our community, particularly the Black community. What are you seeing as the percentage of people who are covered with life insurance?
Well, roughly 50% of our community has some form of coverage. The unfortunate piece about it is a lot of people don't know what they have, and most individuals have coverage through their jobs. A lot of that coverage is fading away, but they have what they call term insurance, and it's a term insurance like renting a house is going to end. You don't own that home. You do not own that insurance. So it's important that you have something that you have during the last days of your life.
Term insurance, you mentioned something. So there's a difference between term insurance and the whole life insurance.
Absolutely. So what it is, whole life insurance is something that you have. The policy or the face amount, it never changes. Your policy amount that you pay per month never changes. It won't go up or down. And so what you have is that policy for the rest of your life. No matter what you have, a stroke, you get cancer, HIV, diabetes, anything, you're going to still have that policy to cover you.
Okay. Wow. I didn't know that. So we learned together today with Big Chuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and not only that, the beauty of what we provide is for individuals that have pre-existing conditions. Whereas my son was diabetic, could not get him, since he was 7 years old, could not get him any coverage. But he's able to yet get a great policy that goes into effect right away. You don't have to wait, no 2-year waiting or anything like that. So individuals have pre-existing conditions, we can insure them.
Wow. Michael Anthony Smith, good brother down in Houston, Texas, originally from Michigan, is saying you want the whole life.
Absolutely. Yes, you do want the whole life policy. And our policies, they range from about $50 to $90, but individuals can get started as low as $25 a month.
Wow. Now, and Coco Brown is a question that's been recorded. Yes, this been recorded. Is also running on radio, 98.5 The Wire, Orlando, Florida, 103.7 The Beat, Muskegon, Michigan, on YouTube. It's on X. You'll find it here on Facebook and the different social media platforms. So thanks for that question, Coco. You hear about people getting life insurance policies to make money or to increase that net worth. What is that?
Well, life insurance is something that's a very valuable product because what it does, when you think about increasing your network, in terms of where you are financially, what you do is you eliminate this debt to your loved ones. The worst thing is what we see oftentimes of individuals doing the GoFundMe's. And the number one question I ask an individual, who's your beneficiary? If you were to die, who would be that person? And I would ask them the question, do they have $10,000 to pay for your services? And why would you put that on your children, your loved ones, and just have the mindset, it doesn't matter. I'll be gone, but then we cannot bless our futures and our legacies with debt. And what happens is they fall on financial hardship as a result of trying to bury their loved ones.
Wow. You know, oftentimes, Dr. Burt, we hear the terms that I'm worth more dead than alive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that because somebody got a life insurance policy?
Well, and part of it, I'm worth more dead than alive as well. And it's not because I have life insurance, but because I have properties. I have 401ks, I have stock, I have investments. That's what make me. But for instance, when I die, individuals are not going to just cash those in or go sell my home or take an investment to bury me. And so, and if they do, it's going to take a while. This with our policies, we pay within 24 to 48 hours. And the beauty of it is that you don't even have to have a death certificate. You just have to let the insurance company know where the body is and have proof of death. And that's by the underwrite on your mortician or the hospital.
Okay, so you're saying with your company, we're going to get into the company that you're with. When a loved one dies, you get the payout in how long?
Between 24 and 48 hours. It's no long wait. By regulatory, it's 60 days. Insurance companies can wait to 60 days. An average, what they pay is about 14 days. And so that's why you see many of the bodies just like hanging out there. People just don't have the money.
Wow. Mike Anthony Smith said annuities are useful. What are annuities?
Well, I can't speak to the annuities in terms of what they're used for, but they're definitely not insurance policies. But annuities is something that you can cash in on at a certain age where you're not penalized from a tax perspective.
Okay, I have seen people do that. They take money out of their policy, right? And you have to pay it back over time.
And over time, you have to take the money. You have to withdraw some of the money out of your annuities. Otherwise, you will be taxed.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, let's talk about the company that you're with. I mean, tell us about Senior Life Insurance.
Okay, great. Senior Life Insurance has been around for over 50 years. They were founded in 1970, and they specialize in small, simple whole life policies that build cash value, providing individuals with the option to borrow from the funds if there's some type of financial hardship that arises as well. And not only that, the beauty of what we have is that when individuals build a certain cash value, accumulate cash value in their policy. And say, for instance, your account is hacked. You go to the hospital for 6 months and you don't pay your policy. What we have is provision within your policy that it's at no additional cost. It's a automatic loan provision where it make the payments for your policy so that it does not lapse. As you know, most policies will lapse within 30 days of a non-payment.
Okay. Life insurance policy. Why should we get it?
Well, life insurance, I'll put it like this. Is there a regulatory regulation that you have to have car insurance?
Yes.
Okay. You have to have house insurance, correct?
Yep.
Why is it the government make us have those policies? Because they want to ensure that their products remain intact, the individuals get paid, and so it's a shame where there are some countries don't require individuals to have certain type of policies, and they will bury their deads, but we have to bury ourselves, and that's why it's so important that we have life insurance. And now what I do is work with most people who already have insurance. I have insurance, but this is insurance that will protect the families. As an example, when it comes down to you dying, Paul, if you will, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of
Right.
when.
There's no
So
doubt.
then, yeah, so what it is that with what we have is a wonderful product that partners with Legacy Assurance, where we can guarantee your casket for $2,000.
Mm.
No matter whether you die tomorrow or 10 years from now, nothing is going to change. Your vault is going to be $1,000 if you die now or 20 years down the road, and you'll get a headstone for $850. Now, what that does is minimize the cost of your final expenses. And we're not talking about paper board casket, we're talking about 18 gauge steel. And the beauty of it is you can also, again, I'm reiterating it, have 4 individuals under your policy at no additional cost. And so what this does is prevent us from having to go fund me, break our savings accounts, write checks, and put things on credit cards that we don't have. And so that is important that we have insurance.
Do your company insure people with pre-existing conditions?
Absolutely. So individuals have had stroke now. Again, we do look at it. It's rated for individuals based on your age. As you know, the younger you are, no issues. The older we get, we start to get high blood pressure, cholesterol, etc. And they can still be considered preferred rated. But individuals who've been hospitalized more than a couple times in the past 10 years, or individuals who have had cancer, they are rated policies, but we do not deny coverage.
Okay. Wow. Let's talk about how much then. What is like the average cost of these
Yep.
policies?
Yep, the average cost is about $50 to $90. We can get individuals started with as low as $25 for a whole life insurance policy. A
That's
whole life
good.
insurance policy. Yeah, and so and also it builds up cash. It builds up cash as well if individuals need to again get along with their premium, their policy.
Wow. Now, why is it policy? I mean, you use it for funerals. So what is the cost of these funerals? And how, does it balance out? Like, do I put $20,000 into life insurance, but the funeral is only, 8,000?
Well, that's the beauty of it is that what it is that we have a team that negotiates the price with funeral homes in your areas, whatever area they are, Ben Harbor, Flint, Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Lansing, etc. And they'll go to the top 3 funeral homes and they'll negotiate on behalf of individuals when they're going through the worst parts of their lives, so they're not getting gouged by these funeral homes. And they'll let them know that they'll have that casket at that funeral home. They'll have what's needed, because some of the cost of a funeral can be easily $10,000, $15,000. And what we do is that, and the remainder of your policy will go to your family to take care of some of those things, your bills or other different things that individuals have, or just to your children.
Oh, wow. So what's left over, you will get.
You will get, absolutely, you'll get that. And so even when there's crematory services, I mean, a lot of people are going to cremation. And so even with that, they'll do the same thing where funeral homes are not saying, I'm going to charge you $6,000. No, you will not do that, because what they're going to do is look at all the funeral homes, the services, visitation, everything, the embalming that takes, that cost, goes to the cost of the funeral, and the rest will go, the money will go back to the families. The worst thing in the world is to go and let a funeral home knows that, hey, I got a $20,000 policy. Most times they'll be doing it and say, oh man, well, grandma, she really loved that silk in her coffin, and she liked this, and they will get what they can get from you.
Okay. Wow. Brown Coco. So thanks for the detailed breakdown. We're talking life insurance policy, inner life services. Have you seen people utilize your services and they come back to you and say, man, I really appreciate this. This helped out a lot.
Yes, we do have testimonials and people that have come back, yes, and saying, thank you for this, because what it is that we have a financial planner that puts everything in place. As you know, during weddings and funerals, there's going to be some kind of fighting and some bickering, and Big Mama wanted me to have this, and this is what they wanted to have, this is what they wanted to wear. And it's a rough time during the saddest times, and a lot of emotions that individuals are fighting. But what we're able to do is provide something to families where they will know, be detailed out what is it that what your loved one wanted, to the smallest details. Did they want their glasses on or off? Did they want to wear a certain color? Did they want to have certain pallbearers? Who do they want to speak? It will be very detailed. And where do they want to relieve the rest of their money to?
Wow, that's good. And if you're watching us right now, if you got a question for Dr. Burt, type your question in. There are no dumb questions. There are no stupid questions. Or if you got a comment you want to make, we're family here. So if you're watching this, or you're listening to this on radio, you are part of the family. Ask your question while we got a few more minutes left with Dr. Burt. He is a very busy man. I'm honored that he gave me a few minutes towards the end of the year.
Hey, for you and for our community, what happened is that being in Muskegon and meeting with several individuals, and it says, wow, I can't believe some of this true. And I met with someone just a couple days ago, and she said to me, I've been paying all this money on this policy, and all that I have is $12,000. And all that I have, and I could get more with you, and I'm 70 years old now, and get yet more than what I've been paying for years. And so what it is that a lot of individuals think they have more than what they have. And what I do is to say, let's look at what you have to determine what you need to leave your loved ones what they need, what you would like them to have.
Wow.
And also, don't be afraid. That's what I'll tell about our community. Most people, I hear people say, I go to bed, I worry about, and more older individuals, that I have nothing, I don't have no insurance. And they really want it, but they're afraid of they've been turned down, or they're afraid to talk about the issues that they have in health or their weight. But like you said, there's no dumb question. We just take this private information and we put information within minutes.
Wow. Well, beautiful queen there, Andrea Herman, said, I'm ready to get started. There you go. So how do people reach you? I call you Chucky, but it's Dr. Burt, y'all. Legally, it's Dr. Burt.
Hey, brother, I grew up in Muskegon Heights, Michigan, and with no title. So, but I do appreciate you. But yes, but individuals can simply just give me a call on my phone. I'm working 6 days a week, sometimes seven, but the phone number is 616 area code 308 3020. 616 308 3020, or contact me by email. It's my last name, Burt, Burt, C is in Charles, A is in Anthony, number two, at gmail.com.
I don't know why you and your cousin John number is so close. Y'all might be on the same plan, or y'all got y'all number at the same time.
Hey, you know what? That's one thing. I always tease him that he copied me on that close range of phone numbers. Yes.
Oh, Brown Coco got a good question. What do you recommend to individuals who don't have children or family to leave the leftover benefits to? Wow, that's a good one.
Well, the beauty of it is there's always charity that individuals leave the leftovers to, and also it might be a friend. What I found is that individuals don't even always leave it to their loved ones. They leave it to an organization. They leave it to other friends who care for them. It's not
Mm,
always your family that's going to be at your bedside or when you need some help, and it can be some other loved one.
okay, wow. Andrea Herman said, thank you. Welcome there. Welcome there. Give out your number again before we roll. Give out your number again before we roll.
Okay, and I want to be clear as well. We operate in over 40 states, including the District of Columbia, that individuals don't have to just be in Michigan to be insured. I have licenses in several states, but my phone number is 616 308 3020. Again, that's 616 308 3020.
What's up, William Kitchen? It's good to see you, man. He said this is a great topic. Do us a favor, family. Like and share this post. Let's keep that conversation going. And I wish we could have had someone in the funeral home industry on with you, because we have gotten the phone calls at the radio stations about, people who have died and they need to do a GoFundMe. There was unexpected, death, or, you don't expect to bury your kids,
You do not.
but it's happening.
Right. It does. And oftentimes you have children who are not insured, and they're the easiest ones to insure because they don't have any pre-existing conditions. And they're the cheapest to insure. And when they know their kids are out in the streets or don't have any insurance, it's, it's less expensive to insure our youth.
Okay. All right. And the plans, the monthly plans are low as what? Again.
Start at $25 a month. Individuals can get started as $25 a month. And what we do is that we're very honest with individuals about the plans, because the worst thing we want to do is over insure people who cannot afford it. We want them to be within their budget and know what type of policy and the amount that they want to have and what they want to leave their loved ones.
Wow. Dr. Charles Burt, anything else you want to share before we go?
The only thing I would say, don't be scared. Don't be afraid about looking into life insurance. And may not be for you, but it may be for your auntie, your uncle, your grandparents. So feel free to look on behalf of them as well.
We can't rely on the government on this one, right?
You cannot rely on the government for that. This at all.
Yes. Thank you so much, good brother.
You know
Great topic.
You know what else? What I found out is that I was reading something and talked about TD Jakes had 40,000 members. And he said, if you have to start burying one, you have to bury all of them. So, and I was speaking with a pastor in Muskegon as well, says, oh, no, we are not burying people. So even when you think that you want to rely on the church that you've given money to, that they don't have the means to bury their members. So it's important that individuals have a life insurance, like you have car insurance, homeowners insurance. Get your life insurance today.
Wow. Ike Washington down in Orlando, Florida said, I just did a video with our firm about not only the importance of insurance, but the importance of making sure you have the proper beneficiaries in place.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that was another thing, is that when I buried my loved one, I put the money on my credit card. Didn't realize I was power of attorney, executive of the estate, and guess what? The policy went to someone else, a long lost cousin that I had no idea. I thought that I was going to receive the policy to take care of her, but I did it, and I'm thankful that I did it. But it did hurt my pockets.
Wow, wow. Brown Coco said, don't forget to indicate that you can add 4 people to this membership, locking in these affordable costs for them as well.
Absolutely, at no additional cost. Add your people to your policy.
No additional cost. Wow. Telephone number again.
616-308-3020. 616-308-3020.
I want to thank everyone for watching this video and listening to this interview on radio. It's a great topic. Thank you, Dr. Burt, man. I appreciate you, big bro.
Thank you, Paul, and appreciate what you're doing and what you're giving to our community. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, brother. God bless.
Okay, thank you.